This Indiana-Ohio State game is an upset alert. Upset alert! Because there's been so much talk about Indiana and their schedule. Who they played, who haven't they played? When literally Michigan did the same thing last season. Georgia has done it before. So has Alabama. But as long as you win out, then you will eventually get pushed up high enough regardless of who you play. But let's start there, though. So Indiana's head coach, Curt Cignetti, this dude has outperformed his contract so great in 10 weeks. The man then flipped his contract. I mean, literally. It was for $27 million, and now it's for $72 million. Yo, congratulations, man. I love when people get to the money. Hopefully the money don't change it. And it's going to be hard to keep players from renegotiating their NIL deals in the middle of the season when coaches are literally tripling their salaries. Just saying. I'm not hating because I love when people get to the money, but that's going to be an unintended consequence. And somebody was going to have to pay Curt Cignetti. Somebody. And it shows that the Hoosiers are serious about becoming more than just a basketball blue blood, that football is very important to them, though. But should the Hoosiers have waited one more week to see if they turn back into a pumpkin against the mighty Ohio State Buckeyes? Because they seem very sure putting out that sort of contract. Now, Las Vegas thinks that this is where the ride comes to an end for the Indiana Hoosiers because Ohio State is a 13.5-point favorite. It's like they didn't realize that this is the same Indiana team that beat Nebraska by 7 touchdowns. 7. And the same Nebraska that Ohio State needed all 60 minutes to put away. Come on now, man. I know the transitive property doesn't work in college football that way, but that's something to take note of. Indiana is number 2 in scoring offense in the country and number 7 in scoring defense. And they have 32 rushing touchdowns in 10 games. And last week against Michigan was really the first time all year that Indiana wasn't able to literally get whatever they wanted on the offensive side of the ball in their 20-15 victory over Michigan. But Ohio State, outside of the Oregon game, has only given up 4 rushing touchdowns this season. And in Columbus, the Buckeyes only give up 118 passing yards per game. Now, granted, their home schedule has not been the most daunting thing in the entire world, but they are still doing it. We know about all the weapons that Ohio State has. Emeka Egbuka, Jeremiah Smith, Will Howard distributing the rock to those dudes, and their tandem of Henderson and Judkins in the running back. They are extremely explosive. However, though, the issue with them has been their offensive line this year, and their offensive line just took another huge blow. Their starting center, potential Remington Award winner, that's the top college center in all the land, and potential All-American center is out with an Achilles injury for the rest of the year. So this makes the 3rd starting offensive lineman for Ohio State that is out, and their offensive line has already been a little bit leaky. I do believe that this is going to have a significant impact on the Buckeyes' chances to win a national championship because, yes, it's next man up, but when the next man don't look like the last man, sometimes it can be very tough. I am going to take Indiana in this game plus 13.5. This has upset potential written all over it because Ohio State plays Michigan next week, right? And they're going to be looking forward. There are going to be people who are going to be looking past this Indiana team because everybody else is looking past. Oh, well, what happens after they lose to Ohio State? Nobody's talking about what if they beat Ohio State. And if Ohio State's looking forward at all with these offensive line issues, this could present a significant issue for them. And remember, Indiana's offense can score points and score points quickly. I am going to take the Hoosiers plus 13.5, and honestly, they might outright win. This is an upset alert.